Hey guys, I recently made a piece of art, if you'll call it that, for my kitchen, and someone had asked me if I would show them how to make it, and so here's a video on how I made that. This is the one that I made for myself, but I'm making this one as a gift, so of course it's going to be suited for that person's kitchen. Now, when I go to the Goodwill, the thrift store, whatever, I try to buy any old frames, pictures, whatever they have, because you could always use these for crafts. So I have a ton of stuff like this in the closet that if I ever want to try to make something, I already have the stuff on hand. And at our Walmart, you can buy these forks and spoons for 88 cents. And there are four in each of those, and you can buy those for 88 cents each. We're gonna use some scissors, whatever spray paint you want. We're gonna use our glue gun, and I'm gonna show you, I use this on the back of it just to kind of make it look a little more professional and not so homemade. And this is a piece of foam board that I buy pretty much in all colors from the Everything is a Dollar store, so this was $1. These two were 88 cents each, but I'm not going to use them all. This is from the Goodwill. I'm sure it was maybe like $1, possibly, I don't know. So for under $5, you can make a really cute gift. Let's get started. First, we're going to start by deciding how we want to lay the forks and spoons out. Just decide how you want to put them on here. You may want to lay them like that. You know, whatever. You may want to do some other kind of design, but just determine how many you want on there. I'm going to take the frame and the forks and spray paint them with my spray paint. Now, while we're waiting on our frame and forks and spoons to dry, Layla has decided to try to come and help me. This is one of my cats. But anyway, you're going to want to measure. And look, guys, this is how much I measure. I keep my little measuring thing on my keychain, but we're gonna wanna measure out. On my foam board here, the kitchen that I'm making this one for happens to be black and white with red accents. So I bought a piece of this black foam board, but if your foam board or whatever, you could use a piece of cardboard, whatever, it doesn't matter. You would wanna paint it the color that you need, but since I need black, I'm just gonna cut it just like this. And I'm gonna measure out a piece of this that will fit inside my frame. And my frame is an 8x10, so I'm gonna measure mine out to fit my 8x10 frame. Now, this is just brown, it's just a roll of the brown shipping paper. I buy this, I keep it in my house all the time because you never know, sorry Layla, you never know what you might use it for. You're gonna wanna cut this the size of the back of your frame, leave about 1/4 of an inch. Don't make it as completely as big. Cut it down to about 1/4 of an inch to the size of your frame. Next, we're just gonna we've got our foam board cut. We're gonna take and we're just gonna hot glue I'm gonna put just a little bit of glue on the backs of these. We're gonna hot glue our forks and spoons onto our board. Mark these spots where you're going to glue these, or you can do like me and just live dangerously and glue them wherever. Just eyeball it. Alright, now that I've got them all glued on there, we're going to let that set for a second, and I'm just going to squirt a little bit of glue. Make sure you don't squirt too much or it'll squirt out onto the front. I'm gonna turn this back over, pop that in there. We're gonna let that cool. Now here's where we're gonna use the shipping paper. This is a step you don't have to do, but a lot of the times when you get these frames from the thrift store or wherever, they have damage and they look, they look kind of terrible. So I like to do this just to make it kind of finished out and not so homemade looking. But if you wanted to, you could also do this with like a glue stick or whatever. But I'm just gonna glue it down so that the back of our picture looks a little more finished out, maybe a little more professional. I'm just gonna go all the way around it. Gluing that down. And that's it, guys. And there you have it, guys. A piece of art for your kitchen for under $5.